Last season, I was skeptical when my neighbor claimed that one simple addition to his tomato plants doubled his harvest. After years of decent but unremarkable tomato yields, I decided to test his secret weapon myself. I added exactly 1 cup of worm castings to each of my tomato plants. And what happened over the following weeks completely changed how I approached tomato growing forever. The transformation was so dramatic that I'm still amazed every time I walk through my garden. Within just 10 days of applying worm castings, I noticed something extraordinary happening to my tomato plants. The leaves transformed from their typical light green to a deep, lustrous emerald that seemed to glow with health. But this was only the beginning of what would become the most successful growing season of my gardening career. By the 3rd week, the stem diameter had increased significantly, creating sturdy plants that could support heavy fruit loads. New lateral shoots emerged at every leaf node, creating bushy, vigorous plants that looked nothing like the spindly specimens I'd grown before. The root development was equally impressive, with fine feeder roots extending much further into the surrounding soil. The most shocking change occurred around week 5 when flower production exploded. Each plant developed twice as many flower clusters as normal, with individual clusters containing significantly more flowers. Understanding why worm castings produce such dramatic results reveals the genius of nature's recycling system. When earthworms consume organic matter, their digestive process creates something far superior to regular compost. The material that emerges is essentially pre-digested plant food, with nutrients in forms that tomato roots can absorb immediately. Worm castings contain remarkable nutrient concentrations that put commercial fertilizers to shame. They provide 5 times more nitrogen than average garden soil, along with significantly higher levels of phosphorus and potassium. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that can burn plants, these nutrients are bound in organic complexes that release slowly over months. The microbiology within worm castings creates a living ecosystem around your tomato roots. This explains why my plants showed virtually no signs of common tomato ailments like blight or wilt. The key to maximizing worm casting benefits lies in proper application timing and technique. I applied the castings when my transplants were 4 weeks old and fully established. Rather than simply sprinkling them on the surface, I carefully incorporated 1 cup of castings into the top 4 inches of soil, in a circle extending 8 inches from each plant's base. This incorporation method ensures the nutrients reach the active root zone where they're most beneficial. After working the castings into the soil, I watered deeply to activate the microbial life. For container gardens, mixing worm castings directly into the potting medium at planting time works exceptionally well. A ratio of 1 part castings to 4 parts quality potting soil creates an incredibly fertile growing environment. The harvest results exceeded every expectation I had for my tomato garden. My previous best yield was approximately 18 pounds per plant over a full season. This year, with worm castings, I harvested an average of 32 pounds per plant, with some exceptional specimens producing over 40 pounds of fruit. The quality improvements were equally impressive. Tomatoes were consistently larger, with deeper flavor profiles. The fruits also showed remarkable storage characteristics, maintaining quality for weeks longer than previous harvests. While neighboring gardens struggled with typical tomato diseases, my plants remained healthy and productive. The extended growing season allowed for continuous harvests until the first hard frost. Ready to transform your own tomato garden with this simple but powerful technique? Don't forget to subscribe to Dirt Decoded for more game-changing growing tips, and share this guide with fellow gardeners.